And so we've come up with something where we combine event experience, where we have a lot of it around logistics and technical delivery, with with user experience and the way that someone navigates themselves around the event, and then kind of customer experience about how they interact with the event, what they get out of it, and what their feelings are. And when we kind of combine those multiples together, we come up with human experience, and then that becomes the criteria of which we judge and critique every project that we're delivering.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of CN Meets. I'm Louisa Daley, a reporter for Conference News, and today I'm delighted to be joined by two CN Agency Award winners, Michael Gietzen, who is the Managing Director of Identity, and Becca McCreath, who is the Commercial Director of Identity. In this session, we're going to learn more about the agency, specifically how identity creates human experiences. Hi Michael, hi Becca, how are you this morning?
Hi Louisa, lovely to see you. Yeah, really well, thank you. Excited to be talking to you.
Yeah, same. Thank you for having us.
Well, thank you for joining me. So I just firstly want to say a massive congratulations for winning Large Agency of the Year at the CNAA Awards.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, it was quite the evening.
On your website, it states that you're a human experience agency. So I wondered if you could tell me more about that.
Yeah, I think for us, it's our pioneering philosophy and the DNA that is at Identity. It's something we've wanted to do for a long time, and really is a combination of having some of the greatest talent in the UK working under one roof. And so this group of people have fed back about how they want to deliver events and how really we can differentiate ourselves against other agencies. And so we've come up with something where we combine event experience, where we have a lot of it around logistics and technical delivery, with user experience and the way that someone navigates themselves around the event, and then kind of customer experience about how they interact with the event, what they get out of it, and what their feelings are. And when we kind of combine those multiples together, we come up with human experience, and then that becomes the criteria of which we judge and critique every project that we're delivering, and then we flex the model accordingly depending on the weighting of the project. And so far it's working well. I mean, Becca, what does that kind of mean in delivery for our clients?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really making sure that we put the customer experience at the forefront of everything we're doing. And beyond that, the customer's customers. So the user or the attendee of the event, what are they going to experience? What's it going to be like from the moment they get the marketing and the information about the event all the way through the journey? So by always considering the user experience and the attendee and the customer, we can make sure that we're adding value at every layer, and we're always challenging ourselves to make sure, have we got this right, and is this the right solution? And it just builds in that extra layer to make sure everyone has the best possible experience, and we create, really memorable moments, really.
Yeah, definitely. And I really like the way you have the experiences step by step, because at the end of the day, it is, like you said, the human experiences when it comes to events. And I think that maybe we can get so caught up in planning events and making sure that execution is there. But at the end of the day, it's all about how each person feels. Yeah, like everything along the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thinking about the human experience then, do you think that the pandemic has altered the connection some event professionals make at events? And if so, how?
I mean, I think it's undeniable to say it's changed. We were all sort of thrown into a new world and a new way of working and a new way of event delivery. But I don't think that is necessarily detrimental or negative. And actually, I think it could be really quite a positive thing. We were able to tailor content. We're able to look at what people are engaging with. We're able to make sure that we're bringing the experience to people's homes. We're making convenience for users and for attendees at events. So although it's altered and it's different, it's still really valuable, and it's given us another element to consider when we're doing event planning and event delivery. And I think really it's now layering the two together. So how do we make sure that human experience of being in a room, meeting people, will always be important, and we all want that human interaction and that, face-to-face engagement with people. But actually the added value that can come from that virtual element and the reach of the virtual offering is something that we need to combine the two to make the events so impactful and so powerful that they're really delivering more than they were before.
And I think first of all, I spoke quite openly back at the beginning of the pandemic about whether the handshake was dead. And I think it's something we've seen already come back. And so I think we revert back to natural instincts really quickly. And I think we're craving that human connection. And so it's the agency's responsibility to facilitate that for any of our clients. I think there's elements of it that will change. The buffet, might be gone. And I think they'll think about better ways of delivering things like that. But more technically, it's about, we can now reach a larger audience. We've got to really think about how we're connecting the physical delegates in the room with virtual delegates, how we can create lasting and strong connections there. But with technology comes a lot of tools. And so, I feel like those connections can be more powerful. We've got data that runs behind it that can inform us better about those relationships. And ultimately we can reach a larger audience. And it's for the agency's responsibility to keep ramping up and keep innovating, not through necessity necessarily now, but actually a desire to make stronger connections.
Yeah, and that's a really good point. COVID forced innovation, but now we can be even bolder in our recommendations now that we probably always were a bit, nervous of being too bold with clients before because it was a new way of working. But COVID forced that hand, and now means that we can really push that limit and push innovation to its maximum, really.
Definitely, and I think that there's benefits to both, but I guess the whole industry, like you said, Michael, is really excited to get back to that face-to-face because there's perks of connecting globally but also connecting in person. So like you said, as long as we keep pushing and creating new challenges and new ways of thinking, it's always just going to get better in this new strange world.
I can guarantee you one thing, that the wrap parties are better in person than they are virtually.
I'm sure they are. And then lastly, it's kind of a personal question for you both. What does it mean to you and your team to win a CN Agency Award?
Well, I'll probably speak on behalf of both of us and indeed the entire agency of how delighted we are to win the award. It's very prestigious. We're very honoured to receive it, to be recognised by our peers in the industry for being large agency of the year and really recognised as one of the best agencies in the UK at the moment is truly, rewarding. And for us, we're just super excited about what this means. And so on behalf of the judges and everybody involved, thank you very, very much. And we can't wait really for next year to carry on the journey that we're doing.
Well, what a lovely way to end our interview on. I just want to say thank you so much for your time today, guys. It was lovely chatting with you. And thanks to everyone for watching. I'll see you in the next instalment.
Thank you.